Alright, all I had to do was get aggravated with it. So I've tried 4 times. This was my final attempt to start an Escape from Tarkov stream. I hope to goodness that I have not just spammed the chat or the notifications bar of everybody that is subscribed with notifications on, because this is the 4th time I've tried to get a stream to start tonight. Oh my goodness. So what I intended to do was play Escape from Tarkov and start trying to get the Master of Ultra achievement where you have to knock out Killa 100 times. And yeah, it took... This is frustrating. Now I don't even want to do it anymore. I just don't even want to do it. I'm going to push through it though. Do not start the stream. It's too late, but I've already started the stream. Now I have to enter in all the information that I had over again. So, yeah, now I get to have 2 minutes of dead space at the beginning of the video, which is, you know, it's important because otherwise you'll wind up with just a whole bunch of dead space regardless. Just lost footage. I seriously doubt the world is going to end just because I started the stream over. You have to understand. Okay. Upload thumbnail. Yeah, that was incredibly frustrating. I'm sorry to anybody that just got spammed in the notifications. I seriously did not... There was no way for me to predict that this was going to happen. It's never happened before. It's just frustrating. Okay, do that. What's up, Rubber Ball? Yeah, sorry about the spam. That was not intended. That was just YouTube being stupid, not wanting to start. But I'm glad it's finally started, because I can play me some Escape from Tarkov. Thank you. Thank you. I don't have it lit up. Matter of fact, just because you said it, I am going to go plug that thing in real quick. Give me a moment. Perfect. Oh, now we're back in business. All right, Escape from Tarkov. Now that YouTube's working with me a little bit, I can actually get this up and running. Walk of a true working man? Oh, absolutely, yes. You see my... I work with what my fragile little mortal frame will accommodate. And that's what I got to work with. So yeah, we're gonna try and knock out Killa 100 times. Which is no easy feat. If you've ever played Escape from Tarkov or seen any footage of it, you'll know that the bosses in this game can be terrifying. And there's 2 in particular that are the hardest to face as far as the solo bosses. The absolute hardest bosses in the game are the goons. But Killa is a chungus. He is a absolute master of the mall that he resides in, and he lets everybody know it as soon as they step foot through his glass doors with his RPK-16 machine gun, which he unleashes with reckless abandon and loud report the moment he even smells you coming. And he can smell you from a mile away. So I have thus far killed him 6 times since the season initialized. And he's just not easy. I'm going to go in with this garbage kit right here. Probably going to die hilariously. And I'm going to show you the evils of this man. I don't have anything of major value. No. Is there any keys that I really need? This is not going to end well. This is going to end with me being obliterated. I hope you know. So I'm just going to go with it, and I'm going to go to the shopping mall, and he's going to shop for me. I'm the product that will be vended at this juncture. Hard bosses are the best bosses. Yes, yes. This killer is he's terrifying. But when you get him, he's just so satisfying. Oh my goodness. There is an achievement for killing him 100 times. That's why I'm doing it. The Master of Ultra achievement. Where if you can kill him 100 times, you get the cosmetic he's wearing. A black Adidas tracksuit with the 3 white racing stripes and a gold chain around your wrist and the black pants. And I've never gotten it before. I've been playing this game for a long time. I've been playing it since long before interchange was even a sparkle in Nikita's eye. And I've just never gotten it. The most I've killed him in one wipe was 61 times. So, because it's PVE and because PVE doesn't wipe, I need to get on it before they actually get an idea, a notion to go ahead and try and wipe it. He's going to get so mad today. No! And yes, my walk is glorious, Ryan. I'm going to succeed in that which I set out to do. Alright, so a couple things about Killa. He could be anywhere inside the mall. And I've heard that he can also be in the parking garage under it. I've never seen that before. In the olden days, he only ever used to spawn in the central area of the mall. And he couldn't spawn in either the east or the west side. Over here that I'm running up to this part, this little ramp here, this loading ramp. This is the alley section, which sells a bunch of hardware. Like if you need fuel or water filters or the occasional can of gasoline. Excuse you? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, you do whatever it is you're doing and you enjoy that. Then you come over here to Ollie. And then the other side is the IKEA, or the Idea store, because it's stylized and copyright free. And in the center of that is Goshan, or Ultra, whatever you want to call it, with a whole bunch of assorted different stores. And he tends to prowl around mostly in the central area. So I'm going to go to the central area, and I'm going to see if I can find him. He is got a very high armor vest on, class 5, which deflects all but only the spiciest of bullets. And he wears a class 6 helmet, which deflects basically every bullet. There's like 5 or 6 that could penetrate that absolute man's helmet. So wish me luck. I have to try and get to him without burning all of my ammo on little, silly guys on the way. This guy's already dead? Is there somebody in here? There sure is. I'm just going to shut that. You can... Excuse me? Who are you? I really don't want to have to deal with the little peoples. I'm going to reload. Because I don't want to use all of my ammo before I get to him, because it takes a lot of ammo and a lot of care to get rid of him. I've already burnt 3 mags. I definitely do not need a broken leg. If he hears me, he's going to come running. That's why I've got a suppressor. Because he can hear you from across the map. That man is... He's locked in all the time. An Adidas tracksuit is generally such a great... Absolutely. It looks gorgeous. You get a little chain around your wrist, too. It's beautiful. What's up, Rand? How you doing, bud? The little peoples. Yes, these guys. The absolute goofball here. No. That could be him. And I could be in big trouble. Who are you? That's not him. That's not him. He went through the door! That's not fair! You can't phase through time and space! This guy has a drum mag! This could be huge! Yeah, this Minish guy is the small game that I don't want to have to deal with him. I don't need these guys involved. I need Killa. Because if these people are the ones that are coming at me, I'm going to run through all of my ammo, and I only have a little bit. Now, I did just steal this guy's gun, and it's got PS ammo, which is decent. It causes a decent amount of damage, but the fact that he has a drum mag could play right into my sinister plan. So let's see here. Hope for big trouble. I'm hoping to cause him big trouble. Alright. Drum mag was 65 rounds. That's better than the gun I was using, so I could have a shot. And I don't guess any of these guys had anything special in their pockets. No treasures that he might have dropped for them. Since these are his guys, the scavs are, like, allied with him. Unless he just melts them. As I understand, he's a bit of a meanie pants. Which if I was wearing pants like that, I'd probably be mean too. Okay, and what'd you have? You had... Excuse? Where? Somebody just kicked the door open. Stay away. This game is scary. You need to understand that this is that's not a comfy wumpy feeling that's going on right now. These guys can come out of nowhere and get you. And I am the one who gets. At least that's what I'd like to do. He could be anywhere to my left. He could be around this corner. If he comes out of there, then I got extremely unlucky because he's supposed to be in the central area. I have not heard him shoot yet, which means he hasn't found any shootables yet. I'm going to go ahead and swap to this. Make sure it's on full auto. Yes, it is. And hope and pray I don't run into him whenever I'm not prepared. See that sign? That means there's killers in this direction. It's quiet. It's way too quiet. People who say it's quiet, too quiet are entirely correct. And Grizzly, I'm going to need that med kit for whenever I get done dealing with this guy. He could be anywhere. Like, he could be in any store. And the thing is, I know he's here. That's why I'm doing this right now. He normally only has about a 30 to 40% chance of spawning. Excuse me, I just needed to quickly grab that. Is that it? Is there any more of those graphics cards in here? Which are like $1 million a piece? No? That's fine. But he has a 100% chance of spawning during this event. Let's see. Okay. I threw a grenade to try and make him say something. Because if he sees a grenade has been thrown near him, he's going to say something about it. And he has a very distinct voice. It's very recognizable. It's not like your normal scav voices. I've seen him spawn there a lot, which is why I came in here. That's him! Not the guy that's walking up to me. This guy isn't him. But he's in the back. Who are you? Who are you? Show yourself. That could draw him over here. Go ahead and put the rounds from that mag into this mag so that it has a more fullness to it. Swap over. Pretty sure he's in the back, but I need to check and see if he moved, like... That's not him. Is that what you think about it? Well, how about some of this? Somebody back there just yelled. That's gotta be him. If it's not him, then it's a bear. So I need to go this way. Bears are the Russian operators. I'm a USEC, which speaks English.
Damn, I'm so tired of this walking.
As you can tell by the fact that I just declared my lack of affinity for walkifications at this juncture. Fling a grenade this way. He's inside of the store right here. He's right inside of here. Where you at, buddy? There he is. That wasn't him. That was not him. That's really bad, because now I have no idea where he is. Now, this is just a dude. But he speaks Russian, so it... Oh my gosh, I know he has a deep voice. Deeper than I'll take that. Deeper than Scav's. I was shooting him in the legs, because if you try and shoot Killa with any of the bullets that I'm using, it's not going to work. He's going to just laugh at you. And, like, emote. So you have to shoot him in the legs and hope it does enough damage to bleed him dry. Which is why this is not the right gun to use for this. What? Heard somebody say something way at the front. That's not him. Damn it! What were you wearing? Nothing. Wearing a cute hat, though. Look at that! Isn't that just special? I think he might be over there at IKEA. Sprinting. Yeah. What did you have? You had a suppressed AKS. Okay. I'll take some of that. Thank you for the jar of mayonnaise. I'll have something to dip my french fries in now. Okay. So yeah, where's the big man? There's a possibility, and I do not want to consider it right now. He might have spawned in front of a bunch of PMCs, and they might have killed him as soon as his feet hit the ground. I've seen that happen a couple times. If I come over here to IKEA and he's not here, he's already dead. Which means this was just a wasted trip. I didn't hear anybody yelling. Thank you for the sub on YouTube, EXE. Appreciate it. That wasn't him. I don't know where he is. I don't hear anybody running. That's the thing. Whenever he hears that you're nearby, he tends to sprint directly at you. He also has a lot of style, because whenever he sees you or whenever he comes around a corner, he, like, slides on his knees like a rock star across a stage. While shooting you, mid-slide. He's the only boss that could do that. It's part of the reason he's so scary, is because he's, like, handsome as well as evil. Kind of like me, but not handsome. Assuming this guy had nothing. Yeah. When we get to see the big boss, I'm going to be really upset if he's already been deceasified. If the PMC's myrtleated him, means he's probably on the second floor. At least thus far, whenever I've found him already dead on me arriving, it's because he spawned in on the second floor. So if I don't see him in this area... That's not him. Okay. If I don't see him in this area, he's already dead. The hell kind of backpack are you wearing? That's him! As evidenced by the grenades. I've got to back the fuck up. I've got to make him come through several layers of doors, otherwise I'm going to get smoked out. He can also shoot through the glass in these doors, by the way. That's definitely him. Okay. I just need to listen. He should come from my left. He should come from the left. But he might come from the right just because he has a tendency to try and flank you. I think he spent most of his grenades, and I know he threw a smoke in the door to the left, so there's not going to be a whole lot of... He might straight up come from the right because he doesn't want to walk through smoke. Okay. It's really dangerous to peek that. If he'd have been standing in there, he just would have shot the window immediately. He knows I'm in here. I'm surprised he hasn't come into this room to my left yet. I don't have any more grenades. I have one. I haven't killed him. I didn't, like, accidentally tip him with the grenade. He's still alive, otherwise that would say 7. Both those doors are still shut. Let's see if I can sneak an angle on him here. Is he still sitting in the same spot? I got him! He was bugged out on the threshold. Alright, so you have to understand, normally this guy is horrifying, and normally he isn't nearly as easy as all that. I just completely got the luckiest kill ever. And under normal circumstances, he would have been pushing me in. That really does not speak to the sheer power of that boss. I can't believe he was bugged out, quivering, staring at the ceiling. But somebody else just decided to come in and get froggy. What's going on back here? The big man's already dead. What do you think you're gonna do? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that was embarrassing. But yeah, I did shoot him for 5 seconds. Because he has a boatload of health. That was a very cheap kill. And if he hadn't been bugged out at the time, he wouldn't have just been staring aimlessly up at the ceiling. He would have tried to shoot me the moment my head was exposed. But yeah, look at this machine gun. I'm gonna throw this down, grab his gun, give me that. Also, you get to see his helmet because his helmet is insane. I'm thirsty. Here, let me drink a bit of that Tarkov there. That way I can make room. Get this out of here. That. Okay. Make room for my helmet. Oh, I also can't have this earpiece. Okay, well I'll put that there. That's fine. And now you get to see as Killa sees. Get this out of here. I don't need that. He also has that cool pistol. Alright, so this is what Killa sees. He has armor-piercing ammo in this machine gun. Like you're looking through a mail slot. And yeah, I was expecting a shootout, but yeah, let me open this up where you can see him. This is Killa. Can't really get a good look at his face. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. That's Killa. Now you can see he's got the little gold chain around his wrist there. He's got the white stripes down his pants with the cute little shoes and all that, and then the stripes on his sleeves as well. Yeah, That's the man himself right there. Alright, my extract should be railway, and I need to go now. Because it's going to take a long time to run over there if I don't get it before my strength runs out because of how much I'm carrying. So yeah, first kill of the night. Easy peasy lemon squeezing me. But yeah, the gun that I'm using, the 300 Blackout Velociraptor, is less than ideal. Just gonna have to use a Dolbos. Less than ideal for the task. Because it just doesn't have good ammo. Or I don't have good ammo. If I had decent, like, armor pinning ammo for it, do you have any good loot? Absolutely. His helmet. This is good loot. This helmet is almost impenetrable. You have to be using machine gun or sniper ammo in order to penetrate it. And only specific machine gun or sniper ammo, because not all of them will go through it. Trying to shoot Killa in the face is almost impossible. You have to have extremely good ammo to come through the slot. Or, like, just bust the metal open completely. And also, his armor is very good. He's got tier 5 armor. I'm wearing the same thing. I'm also wearing tier 5, but yeah, his is like custom. He painted his name on it. So his armor is better in most cases. It's got more protective areas, like it hangs down below his crotch, whereas this doesn't. So the fragile pelvic bone won't get shattered. But yeah, that was not a good representation of his power, and I'm going to go into the next raid probably with the SVDS because that's got the biggest chance of frying him instead of this Velociraptor, because the only way I was able to kill him with that is because he was bugged. I've never seen him bugged that bad. I've seen him bugged a little bit. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes he gets like his head caught on a door frame, or you know, he might be like clipped into a texture or something. Maybe he goes to the restaurant. He just can't quit eating. It's just such good food up there at the burger spot on the second floor on the Idea side. Ollie side. Yeah, he just can't pull himself away to bother saving his own life from my voracious attacks. All right. One down. Now that Harley's back, you guys want to play Peak? It's $8 right now. I can gift it to you if you want. I'd be fine with playing Peak, yeah. Harley doesn't have internet right now because they just moved into a new place, and he's got his computer set up. He's got everything that he wants to set up. But as I understand it, at least last I spoke to him, he doesn't have internet. So once that gets up and running, then yeah, absolutely. Back. I killed Saul Badman. In the very beginning. First guy to fall, 2 minutes and 48 seconds in. And then there's Killa, the big man, at 21 minutes in. Good gracious. Alright. Boss kills tend to have a lot of XP tied to them too. You can level up quite a bit just by farming bosses. I was doing that last night with Sturman, the boss on Woods, who's a sniper, and he can see you from pretty much across the map. If he spawns, you're kind of tread carefully whenever he spawns on Woods. No wonder I haven't seen him in VC. He's been in there a bit, but he's just been connected on his phone, so he'll only stay connected a little bit at a time because Discord's mobile app is so horrendously poorly optimized that it just burns the heck out of your battery. Burns the heckin' pupper out of it. Alright, give me the SVDS. Get this mullet out of here, as well as this armor. Get all of this out of here. Okay. Get the helmet out of here. Put the old helmet on my head. GPU definitely needs to come out of there. That's big money. Why do I not have a spot for this? Put that there. Put everything back on. Wow. I don't have a single slot of space available. That's really bad. I guess I'll drink this energy drink. Who's gonna stop me? That all in there. Unload that. I also need an optic on this, which doesn't need to be too big of an optic. It needs to be something that will, I'll be able to manage bonking him up close. So, can I put this canned sight? I sure can. And then I can take this flare? I sure can. Alright, that'll be what I run with. It has a suppressor on it, which reduces the chance of him hearing me from across the map and coming a running. And then I need to load these with some decent ammo. PS is pretty good. Pretty good. I just gotta aim for the chest. And unload the mag from around a corner and hope that my damage exceeds his. Still not great. I mean, the S&B ammo is probably what I'm going to wind up using. To, like, once I get serious. Once I've perished at his hands a couple times, then I can start freaking out and using that. So let me go into the hideout and grab the Bitcoin that's in there and put the new GPU in there. That is a lot of loot, yes. I've been hitting this game pretty hard as of late. Get that. Add a new graphics card. I've only got 2 more I could put in here before I've got to have solar power ready. And in order to get solar power, I have to get 6 more of these. And you can't just buy them, you have to find them in raid. That's going to be a nightmare. Trying to find those is like finding a Hadal in a knee stack. Let's see. I don't need this backpack either. I'm probably going to throw that down as soon as I get in the raid. Because it's just going to slow me down. Okay. Not a whole lot I can do here to clean this up. Not without spending a whole lot of time on something that's not the goal right now. So, just buzz back in the interchange and try and find him. Last time I killed him, I actually had a machine gun, like an M60. One of those big old honking machine guns that shoots the 7.62 by 51, which is just a tiny bit smaller than the ammo this thing shoots. 7.62 by 54. Why not go full throttle or full firepower? I could. That's like I say, the last time I killed him, I had been killed by him 3 times, and I was tired of his crap, and I decided if I'm going to beat the man, I have to be the man. And so I went in with a machine gun, and I found him, and I promptly ran away from him with my tail between my legs. And he said, off he came, right on after me, chased me up to the 2nd floor he did. And I went into the back room of a restaurant, and I huddled next to the deep fryer, with my machine gun clutched between my quivering hands, and I waited until he kicked the door open, and then I shot him. That's what I was trying to do in that office space whenever I didn't know he was glitched. I was trying to get him to kick open a door, because as long as he's in the animation of kicking open a door, he's defenseless for a couple, like, frames. So I thought that I could, get in a few cheap shots, and then we would inevitably trade fire point blank face to face with each other, and hopefully I would have enough damage into him by that point that I would kill him before he put his gun barrel in my mouth. Because that's the sticky thing about Killa, he aims for the face. Most AI in this game, there he is. That's his LMG. Distinctive as it can be. Pardon the rhyme, but I do it all the time. What with being a poet and all that, and not knowing about it. So yeah, if this gets to being out of control, and the man just melts me over and over again, I'm probably going to take it to that next level and start bringing the big stuff. I'll probably break out an RPD, though, before I even get into the M60s, because I would prefer to use ammo that I have more of, and right now I have more 7.62 by 39 ammo. I do not have a laser on this. I hear him. Unless that's not him and that's just PMCs trying to defend themselves. Come up behind the shield here. Can I knock this over? I can't. I don't think you can knock any of these over, actually. I think they're fixed items. There's a dude right there, and he's sprinting, which is not a good thing. I just saw a signature right there. It isn't him. If it was, I'd already be dead standing like this. That's him. Over there. Yeah, blame a bear chi yourself. Where'd you go? Oh, you're over there. Nobody up here with me? Okay, I'm good. Real quick, because I found a GPU in the last raid, I want to check and see if there's any on the shelves up here, because this is a tech store, and GPUs, you have to understand. You have a Bitcoin farm in this game, and that's him. Just melting PMCs as they come through, and it just so happens I'm a PMC, so... Doesn't sound very good. Yeah, the Bitcoin farm is a very profitable expenditure. So, if I can... Excuse me? Who's there? Why? Why's there? Why are you there? Just go away, please. I'm trying to be killer. Alright. That was a grenade. I can turn off this flashlight. There's no reason to have that on. Killa just absolutely obliterated somebody. There's multiple of them over there, and these are PMCs. Ah! Shit! Why am I stuck? I lost both my arms. That sounds like him. He can't possibly be up here. That's him. That's 100% him. I gotta leave. I'm missing too much of my body. I can't fight him like this. Okay, do a little bit of fixing here. I hope he doesn't come in here. There's a very high chance he's not glitched this time. Like he usually doesn't get stuck. And if he isn't stuck, he's probably killing the PMCs that I just saw there at the top of the escalator, and then he's going to come up here. Bother me a little bit while I'm trying to eat in here in the restaurant, the back room of the restaurant here. Rid of that bullet. Staple myself back shut. Okay. Can't even say this guy's dangerous. Yeah, those weren't even him. That was PMCs, and they're like, if kill is S tier, they're like D tier in terms of risk and danger. Those guys are nothing. I don't hear him, so I'm assuming he's passive right now. Either that or he can't find me. Which I do have two closed doors in the way. Once I get out of here, I'm hoping that he's already dealt with the PMCs. And then I can just deal with him, because having to deal with them and him, he's going to come sliding up the escalator, knock them out in like 2 bullets, and then unleash a hail on me. Okay, nobody's over there. Alright. Sneak. Sneak. Sneak over here. Doesn't look like anybody's alive. Okay, reload real quick. So all the PMCs are dead and there's just a scab standing there. So he's definitely done some damage. Here he comes. Nope. That was a different guy running up the... Excuse me? Scab must have been wearing armor. Okay, so I would have expected that to be him, because he's the type that would run up an escalator to try and find me because he heard me. Which means I'm assuming he's still at the bottom of the escalator. I don't see him over there. That was just a normal scav. Don't see him over there. If I was Killa, where would I be? See if I can provoke him to show himself. We come over here and make sure that one of these isn't him. No. No. Scoop up a couple grenades off of this guy, because PMCs always carry a bunch of grenades. What ammo did you have? 856A1. What'd you have? Okay, you're not carrying his weapon. Scabs will pick up weapons off of bodies that they find and just carry them from then on. But he's not carrying Killa's weapon, so I know he didn't find a dead Killa. Anybody else over here? Did I miss you? No. That's a PMC that got stripped by the Scabby Wabbertons. Excuse me? That's an escalator. That's nobody. It's just a normal scav. What'd you have, buddy? Nothing of value. Nothing that indicates he's dead. I just don't know why he's not coming up the stairs, unless he's, like, concerned because I have the advantage by being higher. That could be him there. The guy's wearing all black. I hope the PMCs didn't kill him already. I'm gonna be sad. Come over here and try and take a safer approach. Okay, that's a normal scav with a UN helmet on. You're not carrying anything? Okay. Where you at, Bruzin? That's not him. He's wearing jeans. That's not him. Why is he not saying anything? Just checking his usual hiding spots now. Nope. I don't know where he is. Unless I was hearing a bear and he's not actually over here in the main strip of Ultra. Like last time where I thought he was here, but it was a bear and it turns out he was at the front of Idea. Could be that situation all over again. That's not him. Yeah, it's not him. Killa on meth, he's on a lot of substances. Yeah, that's his lore, is that he's a former athlete who got into taking the different performance enhancing substances that the Terror Group company was making. Who were you killed by? You were killed by another PMC. Something I ought to check. Are any of these guys killed by Killa? No. 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 Which these are tags from last raid. I need to check each PMC tag that I come across and see if any of them died to Killa. I don't think this guy's gonna have any good ammo. No, it's just PS ammo. So none of these bodies thus far are him. I don't think he's in the main strip of the mall. I think he's over there in Idea again, and I've just missed him thus far. I'm gonna go up on the second floor one last time and make sure I didn't miss any bodies over here to the right. Because this guy isn't him. Yeah, none of these guys are him. He was killed by normals. Valiqui salsa, you say? Oh, this guy's wearing a hex grid. Thanks for that. That's free tier 6 plates. Matter of fact, is it compatible with what I'm wearing? No, it's not. I was going to take the plates out of his vest and put them in mine. Okay. How about you? Nope. That's just a scav. That's just a scav. I took his tag. That's just... That's just a scav. Alright, he's over at Idea. Only thing I could think. Otherwise, he might be underground. I know he's here. He has a 100% chance of spawning during this event, so he's here somewhere. I'm just aggravated that it took him this long. He normally runs from across the mall to meet you, but he's just not feeling very sociable right now. What am I doing on ammo? I'm at 10 rounds. I've only got one full mag left. Everything else is a partial. It is such a good store, yes. They sell lots of infringement-free furnishings over here and all that. Let's see if he's nearby. Okay. Do that. Go ahead and get that site queued up because I'm thinking I'm going to be fighting him at kissing range. Once I ever discover his location. Come on, buddy. Where are you at? You and I have been fighting for how many years and you can't show up for this one thing that I'm trying to do? Somebody at the front. Who are you? Who are you? That's him! Shot him in the chest and he's hurt. I ran out of ammo. Ran out of ammo. So he has a propensity for spawning at idea. Alrighty. And he had the Agolnik too. There was no armor that I could have worn that would have protected me from that because that penetrates tier 6. And I don't know if you saw my leg had a heavy bleed because he blacked my leg immediately, preventing me from running for cover. I just got caught in the open because I got careless trying to find him. Alright. So it's going to be like that. We're going to have one of those situations. He had a good idea. I'm going to try the SVSD again, but I'm going to see if I have enough SMD ammo to give me a full loadout. One thing I do need to look at. Okay. Give me that. Don't have enough room to accept that. That's fine. Put that. Okay, I have put myself into a predicament. Ah! I have so much space right here just going to waste. Here. Put that in there. And then get this off. And then do a little bit of this action. Right there. There we go. Okay. How mad do you think he's going to be if I show up wearing his armor? He might run from across the entire building just to spite me. Get that FMG out of here because that's not going to do anything to him. How many more SVD mags do I have? Not the sorting table, the search bar. The best thing this game has had added to it recently. I have no more SVD mags. How much are these? Cheap. Very cheap. All right. Get that scope off of there, because that's not going to help me at all. What was that SVD item I found? Modernization kit top rail. How do you put this on? Do you have to take the dust cover off, probably? No? What about this? No? What about the gas block? No. What about this? Okay, well, there's not much more I can take off. Is it just the barrel? Whatever. I'm just going to reassemble it and come up with a different plan. I've got a Brammet somewhere I can put on there that'll accommodate what I want to put on it. No. Okay. Edit the build. How do I... Where's the site that I would... There it is. Okay. Assemble that. Buy the parts. Purchase all of thems. And then assemble the blasted gun. Okay. Load all of these with S&B ammo. That's a lot of ammo. And I can just about guarantee that I'm going to face nothing but scavs the whole time trying to get to him. So I'm going to waste thousands and thousands of rubles worth of ammo on basic crap, because you can't buy this. S&B is not available on the market. You have to find it in raid. That's the only way to get it. It's very expensive, and it's the only stuff that will absolutely penetrate his armor. So, in order to mitigate the risk of wasting a whole bunch of ammo on the underlings, I'm going to load this with PST and carry a Glock into the raid. That way I can use that on the little peoples and worry about this for dealing with, oh boy. We're going to get him. We definitely gonna get him. I just gotta catch him when he doesn't catch me. I gotta catch him with his pants down. I insured this poster, okay? I gotta quit having my own pants down, and I gotta get him with his pants down. Pants are very important in Tarkov for some reason. Grenades are the only things I'm missing besides a couple meds. Put another mule in here. I've got 2 porpitals. What else am I going to be missing? Need an IFAK, obviously. Come over here to therapist. Buy some these things to do things with that I'm not going to bother explaining. It's just meds. That's all you need to have to worry about right now. This is just meds. Okay. Alright. We try him again. Huh. Gotta catch him with his pants down. It's critical. I just think I've got to do this how many more times? A lot. Yeah, the good thing about doing this in PvP or PvE mode, besides not having to worry about cheaters, is the fact that the fact that the matchmaking system only takes 1 minute. Because on PvP servers, it could take about 10. What's up, Cheese? How you doing, bud? 1 kill in 1 hour? Yeah. As you can tell by my visor, I've seen him once before while wearing this helmet. If I die here, I might break out the RPD. And just lay on the trigger. I'm definitely going to clean out my inventory, though, because my inventory right now is such a mess. Looks ridiculous. This S&B ammo should be the trick. This is his kryptonite if I can just find him. That dude does not play well with this type of penetrating ammo. It penetrates tier 6 armor, so I can shoot him in the face. He's over there. In the main section of the mall. He found him a PMC to lay into. What's up, Dylan? How you doing, bud? If you don't finish before the wipe, your kill progress will be reset. Yes. I've had that happen to me once before. It's been a couple years ago, but I got 61 kills on him, and then the wipe happened, and yeah, all my progress was reset. There's a dude up ahead here. That's going to be a scav, because he's obviously in the middle section. Who are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where'd you go? Gosh, that is impending doom. It's like thunder in the distance. Letting me know I'm about to get struck by 1,000 bolts of lightning at 850 rounds per minute. You know, it used to be a lot easier to kill him. Nose itching. Because in the olden days, as long as Killa was taking damage, he could not shoot. He had a stun lock mechanic. But people caught on to that mechanic, which was supposed to be a hidden mechanic, and they took it away so that he's no longer stun lockable. Because it was considered too easy. Nope, not dealing with you. Gotta deal with you though, otherwise you're gonna push into my back while the man I want is gonna be... That afraid to wipe before you finish? I'm doing PVE mode, and they say that PVE is not supposed to wipe, but I mean, you know as well as I do, BSG says one thing and does another. Bro. Nope. It's a terrible time for my nose to itch. Okay, that was a bear. Because he's Russian, but he's speaking English. Oh, there he is. Watch this. I think he got stuck on a rafter. Nope, that came back at me. Oh, what a terrible time for you to show up. And he's got a shotgun. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Where you at? That must have been one of Partisan's grenades and I didn't even realize it. You can see why I play PVE. Oh, my head had 1 HP left. Got a broken leg and a broken arm and all that from a bad grenade throw that bounced back at me. Who's that? There's a lot of people running around right now. That's him! He's dead! All it took was the right ammo. Just had to kill him with the big stuff. Now I just have to clear out any tourists that are going to try and come over here and take my crap. I just broke that guy's arm. Yeah, I know, bud. Oh my gosh. I saw him come around that corner that fast. I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to get on him that quickly. Somehow made it. Somehow made that work. So after nearly grenading myself to death, still got him. I'm going to need to take one of these guys' backpacks so I can, like, take the loot with me. Shlojiwe? I've never been there. There's a dude to my left and a dude to my right. I need to try and get out with his loot. There we go. He has a big backpack on too. What is that, a pillbox? That's a pillbox. Ooh, this dude had an SR-25? What are you doing with this gun? Oh, he picked that up off of a dead PMC. I was going to say, there's no way you spawn with that. Fence isn't handing out that kind of loot. Alright, put this in here. Give me the big thing. Okay. Get that out of there. Now, these PMCs that had some words for me earlier. PvE tracksuits say on PvP? No. PvP and PvP and PvE are two totally different entities, and they do not have any overlap. Where did his drum mag go? He has a drum mag. He must have dropped it somewhere. I'm never going to find it. You guys still around over here? You sure are. My gun jammed. My gun just jammed. Ah. That was an instant headache. My gun jammed. That's why the beep beep noise happened and the little red flash at the bottom right corner. Kill it, you let me down. Why was your RPK jamming? What is wrong with you? Killa. We had such a good thing going there, bud. Oh my gosh. What? I can't believe that just happened to me. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. All right. Ha! Well, you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to bring out a fucking machine gun. I'm going to show him why. But I'm going to use his own tricks against him. See, he has an RPK, and so do I. And I have a lot of BT ammo, which is armor piercing. I have a lot of BT ammo. And mine won't jam. Because mine's fully repaired. And I'm going to let that fella know. So, I'm going to get him. I'm dizzy. I'm going to get him. Not even to carry a pistol. I don't need it. How's my armor in this thing? Tier 6? Good. I'll wear the mail slot helmet. Yeah. You wanted beast mode earlier? This is what we do. This is what happens. Did not mean to put that in there. I wanted that in there. And then, yeah, some grenades. Just a couple. Put those in the vest, please. Thank you. Those are the magic words. Okay. HP sources. 2 IFAKs. Oh, therapist, I need a bandage. Screw it, I'll just take a Zengustin. Works better than a bandage anyways. Now I am Killa. Alright, this is getting weird. I'm out. Have a good one, Dylan. We know he could die quickly with the proper ammo, and that is a true statement. And I am using really bad ammo. Okay. So what kind of ammo do I have that'll actually take him down? What about BS ammo? That's the better one. It's not perfect, but I don't have any that's perfect. I'll carry a mag of that. I'll put that in there. Actually, how's my... I need to pay attention to these two numbers, water and hydration. Yeah, the water and hydration are fine. Let's get him. Angry Reyn hasn't even arrived yet. Angry Reyn is when I break out the M600. Maybe even a grenade launcher. I'm just disappointed. Sorry about that. I was just texting Killa to make sure he shows up at the mall. Lost to pure bad luck. Yeah, I lost to a weapon jam. That was about the dumbest thing that could have happened to me. Alright, so, yeah, I am now Killa, which means we get to see through a mail slot for the rest of the raid. Been DM'd again by Gender Death about that rave happening near me. Should you go? Listen, I am not your mother. If you want to go to a rave by a band called Gender Death, that is entirely up to you. Okay? You just help your selfishness to that situation. Because I am not involved. I hear him already, which is hard to hear with this bucket on my head. Not going to have as pristine of hearing wearing this because I'm not wearing contacts. Contacts help you hear. Big Goodly. There he is. He's up front. Maybe in the middle by Mantis. There's several dudes running around over there to the right. They're both scavs. I'm using the wrong mag. Buddy! Where you hiding this time? Who? I can't see. Okay. Make sure to balance out the caffeine with water. All right, Elver. Yeah, I'm totally going. I get off work at 8 p.m. Got to work the next day at 7 a.m. I'll be getting no sleep. Oh, you're not leaving now. You're declaring what you're going to do on Gender Death Day. I got you. I got you. I thought you were leaving now. I'm just going to be very sad, especially whenever I'm about to teabag Killa. All right, where you at, you Olympics reject? A jam? Really? My weapon just jammed. I'm gonna reload to the other drum. also going to start stuffing rounds into this drum so that I'm not, like, reloading it. Because the game is going to try and pick the magazine with the most ammo. How did I jam? Already. It's the problem with using a closed bolt gun like this. I say that knowing full well the RPD is one of only, I think, 3 open bolt guns in the game. That's him. Somebody just got hurt by barbed wire. Reyn, when he took out... Yeah, that was a terrible day. Who are you? That's multiple. Just killed 2 of them. Is he taunting me? He's up front. He's at the front of the store and he's trying to draw me out. Now he's to my right. What? Oh, shut up. Akni hergebuken yourself. What? No, I don't have an idea what the fox said to the dude. That's sprinting. I need to get rid of this guy. See anybody upstairs? I'm gonna push into here just to give me some distance between the scav and me. Okay. No killer. No killer. Okay. I don't need killer in here. There's too many things to shoot through. I hate not being able to hear with this thing on my head. There's a dude medding up. Above my head. What? Oh, that's a bear. Who are you? That guy just shot me. And he had a gun, too. I gotta get these PMCs out of the way. And 2 survivors. And if they're still alive, Killa might already be dead. They might have killed him if they're alive. Okay, well that's obviously not him. Killa doesn't have a shotgun. Okay, that's a PMC. Just heard a foot pivot. I just heard a foot, is what I just said. You know the sound feet make. Assuming somebody's in that store down there, because I should have already been engaged by somebody if they were up here on the second floor. Reload this drum. I guess try and find Killa's body. Unless he's over at Idea again. Okay, this guy had an AK. I don't need to search this, I clicked the wrong thing. What'd you have in that thing? PS ammo? Yeah, PS ammo's garbage. Doesn't penetrate worth a crap. He also used all of his grenades. It's a fence in the way. Dude had a Keter. This guy had an SVD for me. And you died to Noisy Cosmos. Whoever he is, give me that Ox Pro. Don't need that. I'll also take this backpack because it's not a segmented. And give me your grenades. You have no grenades. Thanks for that, bud. Alright, I'm going to do a quick scan of the downstairs, and if I do not see the body, I'm going to have to assume he is in Idea again. Which seems to be his favorite place to haunt right now for some reason. I would have figured he'd been over here, but I'm guessing I'm just hearing the AK noise because it's the same caliber ammo. 545 by 39? Who are you? That was a PMC. What that? You're nobody. You're nobody. What'd you have? What were you trying to do? You had a pistol and an AS Val. You know, wearing this armor, I'm supposed to be invincible. Because this armor is supposed to be very hard to penetrate. Tier 6 armor is only penetrable by very few bullets in the game. And then this helmet is, it's like wearing a tank on your head. So traditionally, these PMCs shouldn't stand a chance. Also, what did old boy have in this SVD? He had PS ammo? That's not as good as the ammo I was using last time in the same gun. None of these guys are killer. Nope. Nope. Alright, he's an idea. Don't see the body over here. PMCs didn't get to him yet. Which means I only heard them firing their AKs. And Killa never made an appearance because he's on the other side of the store and doesn't want to move. For some reason. Who was that? Okay, I didn't hear him. Guessing we're just gonna meet over here at this office again. $55 rounds of the big stuff. Man, why are you going to be making invisible memes in here? I am the one who memes. Eh. Where you at, bud? Where is he? Shooting out there, by the way, is not him. Because he doesn't go outside unless he's like pulled outside by a PMC. And his gun obviously would sound like that. I'm guessing he must be at Ollie for the first time thus far. What's up, Jack? How you doing, bud? How many kills you got so far? One. One kill. No, two. No, two. I got two because the first time he was bugged. Second time I hit him with SNB ammo out of my SPS. So yeah, it's been two thus far. Out of... what, 3 raids? Left one? Nah. Not trying to fight the silly heads. What? I'd never heard that voice line before. Come at Ollie from this direction because there's more places to hide. That's him. No, it's not. That's a PMC. Did you get him? Are you the reason I can't find him? Nope, you're just over here being weird. And you're not carrying his gun. Alright, well he's definitely over here then. If he's not over here, then he, I don't know, glitched through the ground or something. I don't know what to say right now. I don't know why he hasn't gotten involved. With all this noise. I thought that was him because the Russian dialect is screwing me up. Half the time when a bear yells, I can't tell if he's yelling in English or yelling in Russian. Better than none? Yeah, true. It's very frustrating fighting this guy. I never... That's him! My fucking gun jammed. How am I doing? 25 rounds? I had no cover, and that shelf was just not providing any cover. He found the perfect spot to sit. And of course, my gun jammed again. He was oblivious to the fact that I was standing there. My gun jammed. I thought I had cover. Because if he comes over here, I could just go over there. But no, he had the perfect angle to shoot me no matter what side of that shelf I was on. Could at least tell if I needed to reload. Oh my god. The RPK jamming is ridiculous. That's 3 times that gun has jammed on me in 2 raids. Got the tracksuit last time he was 100%. The amount of time I would find him dead to AI PMCs was like, absolutely. Yeah, whenever I tried to do this a while back, whenever he wasn't even on 100%, I would find him dead more often than not. I'm going to use the RPD. The RPD can't jam. It's an open bolt gun. You can shoot this thing all the way down to 0 HP and it will never jam. It's the second most reliable gun in the game. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm not going to die like a dog anymore. Am I wearing class 4 on this? Yep, that's a class 4 front plate. Which I think Unless I am mistaken, you can put... Man, do I have one that's not shit? You could put the front plate off of this on here, which is big. Can you put the back plate on? Nope, back plate's segmented. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go with the RPD now, and I'm not going to scream in my own ear. Whoo, boy! Throw on an Alton, that way you guys can actually see what's going on instead of peeking through a mail slot the whole time. And yeah, I've now got to get a machine gunning vest, and I don't remember what's going to have the appropriate slots for that. I think BlackRock only has one. Yeah, AVS has two, but it's a plate carrier, and I don't need that right now. Don't think Alpha has any of them. It has one. I don't need that. This has 0. Yeah. No. This has none. No. I need just a normal old vest. But it also needs to have spots for LMG mags to go. There's the thing. I need an LBCR. Okay. Filter by item. They're 116,000. Are you shitting in my hand? How about Axel? Give me one of these guys. What? No, bye. I'm so used to hitting that offer. Okay, give me that. That'll be the vest I use. Now I need RPD mags, which are called boobin. Okay, and then load that with BP ammo, I'm assuming. I have 1,000 rounds of BP. Which will penetrate up to tier 4 at very high. That's the open bolt, of course I can't do that. Okay. A little backpack would be good to carry a third mag, just in case I need any sort of resistance. Ragman, my main man. You know I love you. No matter how many times I tell you otherwise. Not enough space. Okay, give me a tea bag then. I don't care. I'm not picky. There. Now, find the other boobin that I was just looking at. I said boob. Okay, grab that. That in there. Load this with a bunch of BP ammo. Okay. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I guarantee, like Charles Barkley. What was I doing? I was going in... Nah, I was going in here, and then I was going here, and then I was doing this thing again, where I buy that, and then I get one of these Gadilmans. And then I come back over here, and I put that there, and then I grab that, and I put that there, and then one of them, and then one of that, and here we go. Alright, and then get all of these tags out of here. One day I'll be able to buy the thick eye case with just dog tags, instead of always having to give away my moonshine. Alright, and we're ready to go. Don't think the BP ammo is going to do it. I think I'm just gonna die again, but at least I can't jam. Oh, it is intensive bullshit, yes. It's the most ridiculous thing that's happened since I got out of bed this morning. Get him! I love PVE, dude. I'm telling you, the fact that I can get into a match as fast as this, I swear, there were days whenever I would sit in PvP queue for 15 minutes every time. The queues in PvP are as ridiculous as I am. They just take forever. Makes no sense. Alright. What was the other thing? He likes to hide upstairs behind Burger King. Okay. I'm not used to... I'm not familiar with all the new spawns. I only know the old way back whenever he was unlockable, and I know that most of those spawns were in and around like Goshan, down in Demantis and all that. I don't know any of the second floor spawns. I know he's got tons of them now. Spawn just about anywhere. They really did not like people farming him, so they took away the fact that you could stun him, and they made him absolutely the master of the entire mall. Okay, you can't change the reticle on this, but that's okay. Sounds like he's an idea, but I don't know. My ears have deceived me countless times thus far. Spend 15 minutes loading in just to get one tap by some Chad that's watching your spawn in the first 7 minutes of the raid. Absolutely. And he's probably flying 50 feet above you, prone. At least that's why I got out of PvP. You got so brazen at one point, a dude ran up to me and just started spawning items in front of me. Tried shooting him, but he was invincible. Okay, that's just a normal scav. What? I keep missing? Who is this guy? Just walking in between my bullets. Don't tell me this was partisan. No, that's not partisan. I saw the AK and immediately thought this was partisan. But it's not. If it was partisan, I would have been dead. As many times as I missed, there's no way he wouldn't have killed me immediately. I'm going to wrap around to the front of Idea. Through the back hallways here. I don't think... I know I've never seen Killa back here, but... Famous last words. I'm going to see if he's at the front desk. I hear walking. That's him. That's him, and he's dead. BP ammo! Now give me your scav backpack, because I got a lot of crap I got to carry now. Sprats? Get this out of here. 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 What are you doing with us? Get this out of here. I'll take that, actually. 50,000 rubles. Thanks, buddy. I'll put that in there. And then, as for you, you little douche nozzle, I destroy... No. You will not take this from me again. Give me that, and give me that. Now I gotta search the pockets because he can have a lot of different keys and stuff in here, and I also want his big mags. Which are stored in the vest. I don't even know why I said that. That was the dumbest thing I've said since the last time I opened my mouth. Okay, and he's got a full Salua. Yep, and I'm gonna drink you Coke. Just to spite you. 35 minutes. Plenty of time. I'm just going to go straight to power station. If the vehicle extract is open, I'm going to use that. I am also going to swap to the RPK. I know I've had major issues with this platform the past couple of rounds, but it's cheaper than firing that BP ammo, and I want to save that, because that obliterated him so fast. It just went straight through that armor. So quickly, it wasn't even funny. And everything is funny. Let's see what we got. Good thing they removed such a feature. What you talking about, Willis? You talking about him spawning in predictable areas, or are you talking about people flying? Using console commands and stuff. How to drink his pop over his dead. Yeah, absolutely. Let him know. Show him why. Remind him who he's dealing with. I'm going to pop a mule because I'm not going to walk for the rest of the time. I can make mules now, so there's no reason for me to limp around like a peasant. I've also got so many Dolbos injectors, there's no reason for me to worry about, you know, limping around with heavy gear. I should just be able to frolic. You know how I frolic sometimes. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's a thing that happens, I suppose. Appetitupe. Oh, you little silly. Bad reticle for that, but I somehow made it. I just about broke both my legs. There we go. I forgot you could just vault over those now. You don't have to hit them at exactly the right angle to try and land on top and then drop down. No, you can play it a lot easier now. Did I get vehicle extract? I sure did. It's good. Quickly get out of this situation and press on. You know, in the old days, there's actually an extract that way that you can go through if you don't have a backpack on. And back whenever I tried to get this mission done and only got 61 kills in before they wiped, I would extract there because all I'd bring in would be a Keter and a scab vest. That's it. That's all I'd bring. A Keter and a scab vest. And I would bring the most damaging 9x18 rounds that I could with one spare mag. I'd hunt him down quickly as I could, buzz him, because back then you could stun lock him. As long as he's taking damage, he can't shoot back. So I'd buzz him with the Keter. It would kill him on a full mag. I'd have to use every bullet. Every single one of them would have to hit. But I'd get him with no risk to myself, grab his helmet and vest, equip them to me, grab his RPK, and off I'd pop. And rarely would I ever even check the pockets. And I would extract at that location because I'm not bringing a backpack. How long have you been playing Tarkov? 2017? I believe. I didn't get on the bandwagon at first. It took my friends inviting me to play the game to get into it. But I started whenever Shoreline didn't have the resort. Because I remember how weird it was to have the resort there and being able to get all these keys and go around. And I remember how many bitcoins the 310 room in the East Wing used to have. That was a grand old time. I also remember whenever Reshala was added. That was cool as hell. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back. Alright, sorry about that. I had to wash my hands. Alright. 7,000 XP because I killed him and a couple other silly heads. It was a little less XP than I was expecting, but I didn't get any PMCs, so of course it wasn't too terribly much. Farmed him with an SVD and a P.A.C.A, killed him, dropped my armor, grabbed his, and went to no backpack. Yeah. Yep, that was a very common strategy, but I always went with a Keter because I wanted it to be automatic because I'm very bad with semi-auto with the handshake problem that I have, but also just wanting to be cheap and have a massive reward in exchange for very little risk. That was the strategy that I was employing. And it works. Probably not as often as it would have if I would have spent a little bit more money on it, but who knows? Maybe if I'd actually used the full suite, I might have actually finished that before before the servers got wiped. Oh, that's full. Okay, that means I have to go in here. That's also full. Okay. Load that with BP. Get that out of here. Reload that. Load that with BP. Put that in here. Get that out of there. And I have a lot of grenades, don't I? I don't need all those. Yeah. I also need some energy, so some noodles and some aqua. And off we go again, once more unto the killer. High noon. Scav backpack? I'm not insuring a scav backpack. I'm good. Imagine washing your hands, Lamau Crust Gang, where you... What are you talking about, Elver? You nasty. You know what I mean? Ugh. I'm gonna have to hit my vape for that. Ain't washed my hands yet, 30. Jack, don't enable him! He's gonna keep talking about it! Look what you've done, Jack. Just don't shake my hand. You'll be... Oh, it's too late now! You've already summoned the beast! Now he's going to regale you with other tales of his nasty hygiene. I hope you're satisfied. Sounds like he's in the center, but you know how that goes. I've said, basically every raid, I've said, oh, there is a sound. He must be over here. And then it turns out he's not. Also, do I not have a Propitol? I sure don't. Does Tremadol give health? It sure doesn't. How about Perfatora? It does. Tiny bit for 60 seconds. That's not enough. What about P and B? A tiny bit for 40 seconds. Dolbos is going to kill me if I take that. I might as well just walk the whole way to extract. Hell, I don't know. Maybe this time I won't take anything. Maybe I'll just leave everything on him. It's not like I don't have 47 million rubles sitting in my inventory, and I don't even use... Well, I use his helmet a lot, but I don't use his armor. Because I've got enough tier 6 that I don't need to borrow with it. Sorry, I'm new here. Cut me some slack. Alright, so rule number 1. You don't provoke Elver into telling stories. Rule number 2. I always wash my hands whenever I'm done in the bathroom. Rule number 3, I'm hungry. And we'll figure out rule number 4 at a later date. I'm sure actually y'all come up with rule number 4 because I'm not creative enough right now when I'm thinking about Killa to add to the bylaws. Valley Kiepko, indeed. Are you not going to say anything? Are you... He didn't shoot me. Do you have rabies, sir? What's going on? Oh, there he goes. Okay. Actually, at that point, I thought we were friends. He scared the piss out of me when he shot. I thought he was just like, oh, yeah, we're cool. I'm going to come over here and, like, say mean things to you, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Where you at? I heard you shooting right here. Unless my ears doth deceive me yet again. Watching you while I'm girl some dogs. That is... shit. I'm proud to be dog-worthy. Somebody's throwing grenades at that USEC. Which means Killa could be inside the generic shop. Nope. He said he saw me. Reload, because I don't know how many rounds are left in this. No. Somebody just called a PMC. That was a USEC death noise. Call me. Okay, at least I got him out of the picture. That's nobody. None of these guys are him. That wasn't him. There's a lot of corpses out here in the center. I'm hoping he's not among them. Looks like two people laying there. None of them are wearing the suit. He had an Ultimax. Dude had a P90. See a tag. Let me see a tag. I need a tag. I need to know where he is. I need to know if he's nearby, because I can't hear him. He's not moving if he's nearby. I need a PMC that I didn't kill, please. What was your situation? I killed you, okay? That doesn't help me. Give me that slick. Really? Is that how you feel about it? I already looked at this guy. He's not one of them. Okay. Bro! I'm using very expensive ammo for nothing on you, by the way. Rule 5, read the hit book, Parahumans. What? What? Never heard of it. If that was him, he should have lined me up by now. Okay. Where you at, Basil Nut? Ooh, that's a 300k right there. That's him. I was hitting the sandbags in front of him. I should have laid on the trigger whenever I first saw him. But I wasn't sure that it was him. Until he crouched to make himself more accurate, to properly spray me in the head-throat area. No, he got me in my left forearm. Yes. Because that's a thing he does. The RPD's fine. Like, it works. It just... That time my capability of identifying who it was I was shooting at was lackluster. Do I have space for a vest? Should be enough space, right? Let me do this little number right here. And come at this from a different perspective. Where the fuck did that go? There it is. So this is 995, which will kill him with the M4 platform. I have a decent amount of that, instead of me having to buy another RPDN. And it'll let me use thermals. Because you can't put that on the RPDN, and it's very obvious whenever you look at Killa through thermal. Because his helmet has a very distinct pattern. So, that's what I'm going to use. Load up one more mag with M995. And then don't I have some 60 round 5.56 mags somewhere? I have 100 rounders, which I don't need right now. Yeah, these. Mag 560s. What? Search. Oh, there they are. Right there. This. This. And then one of these Gadilmans. I'll use these instead because I'm going to have M995, which I'm dedicating to Killa, and these two right here. And then in these, I'm going to put the lower ammos that don't pin as well. What do I have the most of? Looks like that's going to be 6A1. Yeah. That's going to be what I use to get everybody except him. And that's what we're going to go with. There is an ant on my hand? Where are ants coming from? I know ants can get in your house in the summertime, but... There's no more on my desk, right? Well, that's unsettling. There might be ants in my house. I could be infested. Okay. Therapist. You know you're my boy, right? Or my girl. However you prefer to hash this out, buddy. Yeah, give me one of those as well. Right there, and the Zangustan right there, and then some of this action down here, and there's just a little bit of that, and then there. Okay, now I gotta get armor and a helmet. Yeah. Go in the Killa armor, and not back out of that, but get this here off. And put a fresh one on here. I need to sell that. That doesn't need to be in my inventory. Ragman, old shoe. You're not going to buy that because it's damaged. Fence, old bean. Thank you and get out of here. Alright. And this is the start of something special. My character's heavily wounded. Why is my character heavily wounded? Okay. Use that. Consumed all of that. Use all of that. Perfect. That was a lot of healing XP I just got for silliness. Therapist has been stealing all of my healing XP. Wouldn't you know it? Interchange. And get out of here. Alright, hear me out. Instead of relish on your hot dog, slap a whole pickle spear on there. Thank me later. And like wedge it in between the hot dog and the bun. That's rather much genius. I like that idea quite a bit. Shit. I might have to get silly with a little bit of hot dogifications. Now see, I have been putting pepper relish on them, like 4th of July weekend. Pepper relish. My Aunt Liz, she does quite a bit of pickling and canning and whatnot, and she'd pickled some peppers. A variety of banana peppers, red habaneros, all that kind of stuff. Made a delightful pepper relish. And yeah, I was partaking quite a bit in the spicy pepper relish. It was very nice. Oh man, I gotta get him this week. Like, if I don't get him here, I'm when he's on 100% spawn chance. I don't know what the solution's gonna be. Just trying to run this whenever he's on a 30% chance is, or 37 or whatever, is just a joke. It takes forever to accomplish nothing. Why am I jiggling? I just lost a shot on that guy because it was jiggling. Bro, since when do you guys spawn outside? I hate that I can't see through glass with this. If he's over here, that was a dinner belt. I hear running. That's not him. That slide was definitely reminiscent of him. Nope. Wasting good ammo on nothing. Pepper relish is really good from Jersey Mike's. So homemade has to be, dude. My aunt Liz, not my grandma. My grandma makes salmon fillets that are fabulous, but that pepper relish, it'll make you want to slap your grandma. I'll tell you something funny. Barnabas Jones, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate it, bud. Okay. Okay, while I'm just walking around, I need to be ready. No fiddle farting around. It's not him. Excuse me? Valley Kiepko, you say? Excuse me?
Конец тебе!
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Where you at? Oh. I'm going to make the grand assumption that he's not over here. And press on. Oh, I will grab this. I don't have any space for that. Okay. That's him. I can't walk in there, okay? Got him. Ah, got him. All right. Any loots of the major variety? Negotiation room key. Lab access key card. He actually had loot this time. That's astonishing. But only BT ammo. Which, the reason I'm not grabbing this is because it barely pins medium. Barely. I want to take his helmet. I do. Just to be mean. For the sake of rudeness. But I don't want to lose mine. What's my extract? Intercom. Off we glow. I'm curious as to why he didn't rush me. Might have been because I got in between that box and that wall there, and he got confused about which direction he needed to go to get to me, so he walked slowly. Due to his lack of certainty. Of course, there's not going to be a way to replicate that necessarily. There's somebody being foolish over there. No, they're doing it at a power station. Nope, nobody. Okay. Alright, that was a good one. That was three kills thus far? Absolutely gorgeous. Got about an hour left that I can do this before I need to head to bed. Before I head to bed, I need to head to eat. On account of the physact that I have not eaten since 9 o'clock this morning. Right? What did I eat? So you know I don't eat well still, even though I've like changed jobs and have more time to be able to eat. It's the fact that I don't remember when or if I ate today. I'm pretty sure I ate. I had like a bag of cashews or something at lunchtime. And some chips. I had pizza this morning for lunch. That's right. I had pizza this morning for lunch. Ugh. Alright, I'm going to reload my mags with the same exact ammo. And then just get back to it. Right back in it to win it. A lot of scabs tried to get in my way there. But they did not succeed. Because I'm unsuccessful. That 995 cut right through, too. That was a good solution. Reyn, my good pal, I gotta go. Gonna do some stuff. Take care, mate. Good to have you, buddy. Thank you so much for hanging out, lover. Always a pleasure to have you. Have a good night. It's loading for a long time? What's going on? There we glow. Now we're cooking with gasoline. Alright. I have his RPK, as if I'm ever going to use that after what we've seen tonight. Wild horses couldn't drag me using that out of me. There we go. Okay. Load this with 995. Load that with 995. It's not lost on me that I used less than 20 rounds to kill him to the chest there with that ammo. I will definitely be revisiting that at a date or late. Okay. All my resources are the same except food and water. I need to drink some and eat some. So what am I going to do? What is the eatable? Here we go. Some sausage there. And then just a skosh of some apple juice. And right back into the fray. Oh, I need to get the these key cards out of here so that they stay found in raid, because what's negotiation room? That's streets, isn't it? Yeah. Or I wonder if it's streets or ground zero. Anyways. Back in it. I want those out to be able to be found in raid, so if their daily quest comes up where, like, Mechanic wants a Terror Group's Labs entrance key card, I can hand him that, and he'll be happy, and he'll pat me on the head, and give me some of those mushrooms that he's been growing outside of Polkeem, and, you know, that sort of thing. Gonna go get some fruit-flavored ice cream while in the process. This was delightful. It's absolutely delightful. Fruit-flavored ice cream. You kidding me? Have a big old bowl of that and sit here and watch Queso and Lord Minion 777 and Propator. The back button is gone now. Remind me again before I get out of the next raid, before I go into the next raid, that I need to grab Propator, because that's like what, 7 or 8 raids that I've forgotten Propator. Oh my gosh. I'm such a forgetter. And I've got 7 of them ready on my med box. I forgot that before I got off last night, I started cooking Propitol in the med table. So I have it there. There's no reason for me to not just stuff it into my injector case, but for the simple fact that I keep forgetting. By the way, I've been shot here before by Killa. On the spawn. Not necessarily exactly right here, but out here in this racetrack. And he saw me from up there on the top of the escalator and obliterated my entire Patukas off. Just goes to show you the relationship that I have with this fiend. That's why I picked him instead of Sturman, because I've got to kill Sturman 20 times. And that would be easy. But I'd rather knock down the big K. Because this dude and I have a history. A history of mystery. might be a PMC. Yeah, it was a PMC. Yeah, I tried. Well, I appreciate you trying. The delay on the stream is... I think those were PMCs. One of them was ADSing in my face. The delay on the stream is something I can't get rid of. That's just... YouTube has about a 30-second latency. And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do to mitigate that. Where did I wipe these dudes out at? Is it the front of the store? I thought it was closer than that. Huh. Nope, those were just two scavs and ball caps. Okay. That's a dead PMC. Means it's highly likely he's here. He's run out that front door and I've killed him by the shipping container. He came out of the building? What'd you do that made him that mad? I've never seen him come out of the building before. Who's there? Oh, that's just a normal dude.
Вон он, упырь!
Excuse me? They just broke my fucking arm! One shotgun blast is all it took to nearly take my arms away. And he did take a bit of HP off my chest plate. Scavs do what scavs do. That's just the way it is. Okay. Where's this other absolute dingleberry? That's him.
Ну давай, бодрей! Тактику смени, я не знаю!
Got him as my gun jammed. And he hit me in the fucking eyes. Look at that. I've got a new dent. I've got 2 new dents in my visor. Ha. Only reason he didn't kill me is because he was using the P19, the PP19. Blech. I can't even get my words out right now. I'm so blasted scared. Put this cabin key in here. What type of ammo were you using? Okay, he was using Lugers. That's flesh damage. He didn't penetrate my anything. I want to get a backpack. I want to take his helmet. What? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about how Swahili is. Where are you? Man, they just don't want to face me. They're just going to sit on the sidelines until I go to get this guy's backpack. And that's when they're going to come all and be all, Kipka Jubini! Guaranteed. Alright, give me that. Here he comes. Here he comes. How much ammo did you have left? What the... Alt T, not Shift T. Alt T. You had 20 rounds. You notice how this guy came over here? That way he could, like, sit real close? Yeah. Alright, I'm not a monster. I'm not going to leave this guy sitting over here. I'm going to go ahead and dispatch him and then head on to the extract. Alright. Ever come. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, let me put on his helmet because of the giant gash that I've got taken out the visor. Yeah, this is safer than what I was wearing. Buzz over here and do a little bit of escaping from Tarkov. Using the gun he had so that I can cheap out and not have to use 5.56. Kidding me? And he's rushing my last known. They really don't want me living through these raids, do they? Where you at, bud? Okay, did you have an optic on your gun by chance? Because I could... Yeah, give me this. For that. And did you have anything by chance? No. What about you? Probably not. Oh, he's just gonna have shotgun shells and then pistol mags. He's not even gonna have grenades, because shotgunners almost never carry grenades in my experience. How's this optic? That's a terrible optic. There. Terrible reticle, I should say. And you're using the... I think this is the Vit guys? That's the Weaver. When you're using the Weaver, the P-Lad Weaver, you gotta have it on the dot. Because the cross is too big, and the cross without a dot is just asking for problems. Pushed from the playground up top and threw a nade, heard him run down the escalator, so I threw another one and watched him run outside. That time, he had a yellow card. And that's the one key card I got from him in the 100 kills. That... Never read chat while driving, apparently. Yeah, I am disappointed by the number and frequency of keys that you get off of the bosses, considering they're supposed to be the holy grail of, like, mobile key spawns, and how that's the solution for, you know, having key spots that are fixed, and you're always going to have people rushing them, and... Always going to have people rushing them, and trying to beat each other to the spot and farm them and all that. You're supposed to be able to have keys that'll spawn on bosses to encourage slightly riskier key farming, but if it just never spawns with keys, what are you supposed to do? It's ridiculoid, even. All right. Propitol, by the way. I'm going to get it this time. I think I got my yellow key card from this wipe, from the, from this wipe. I got a yellow key card out of the, marked room on reserve, the RKPT or whatever the one in the dormitory is, not the one all the way over there by railway, and not the one down at the command bunker. It's the one, like, if you're standing at the helicopter, having just come out the back of it, it's to your left, and then straight ahead of you is the dome. It's that one in that basement. I don't remember the name of the key. But that's where I got my yellow card, sitting right next to the red card. Because I haven't gotten a single one of them until the till this event that they just had with the marked rooms having absolutely bonkers loot. Yeah, that's the only way I managed to get it. Also got like half a dozen Red Rebels. Actually got Frank one and all of that. And the black card, green card, violet card. Lord knows how many magazine cases and ammo cases and yada yada. Alright. That out of there. Sell that. As well as that. And some of this action. Gotta take this off because this has been bonked. Buy another one. I'm almost tempted. I don't want to run the mask. I do not want to run Killa's helmet. Because it's just going to make for a terrible looking stream. Almost busted my organs out there. There we go. And then just we'll do a little bit of that, and probably some of that, and then do a little bit of that action. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. What else do I have? I have 2 tags that I need to get out of here. I don't need this backpack, but I'll just wear it because I don't have any room to drop it. And then Mackinac, friend of my soul. Get this crap out of here. Get the RPKs out of here. I don't need them. I don't want to see them. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to think about them. The Brunner I don't need. Don't need any of that. Don't need this 10-round mag or these empty mags. That stack of stuff is not necessary. These empty pistol mags are here too. Don't need any of that. Therapist, old shoe. Get the stuff out of here. These various things that I don't need that I know I could probably sell for fat stacks on the auction house, but it requires an extra step, and I'm not an extra step kind of guy. I like taking one step forward, and that being the place that my foot lands is where I'm going to be, and that's going to be the solution to all the problems that I have in life, is just not worry about it, and just let my foot fall where it will. And, yeah. Now we're hilarious. Okay. Still need to get that visor from Peacekeeper. Right there. Yeah, off we pop. Something that I haven't done yet is I haven't looked to see how many I've gotten him. I've gotten him 5 times thus far, because it started out at 6 kills. I've been running Lighthouse, killing the goons, and farming the mark rooms out by Lightkeeper. Have a key case filled with key cards. Good lord. Yeah, I haven't messed with any of Lightkeeper stuff. I've never even spoken to the fella. The most recently added, like, quest giver that I've talked to has been the BTR driver, but I've never, I never went to Lighthouse and really did anything. And then the goons? My relationship with them has been one fraught with, I'll be over here and y'all could be over there and let's just never talk to each other ever. The only time I've successfully wiped all three of them was on Woods, and I didn't even know I was fighting them. I thought it was just like a half dozen PMCs. And I couldn't see them because it was in the trees. And I was fighting them within like 10 meters. And Big Pipe had the M60. I still have that M60. Yeah, that was some spookiness. And I think that if I had known it was them instead of just a bunch of PMCs and it's just a grudge match between me and enemies I refused to die to, I probably would have died immediately. I'm just... It's the goons, man. They put a quiver in the old hand. This is the gray magazine. Yeah, that's the big Stanag variant. Don't want to use the drums. I didn't think I loaded the drums. I thought I would have been smarter than that, but I had to second guess myself because I've made some stupid decisions tonight already. With my handling of Killa. Blamma Bertzi to you as well. Hello? You had the TT Brunner. Or, well, slightly less awesome variant of it. Anyways. Alright. They are annoying out in the open, but if you get them at Chalet, they are brain dead, single file line through a doorway, and you just mow them down. Well, see, that'd be cool. That'd be much easier to deal with. I know I used to do that with Raiders a lot on Labs. Whenever Labs first released, Raiders were stupid. And there's a room on the first floor near where the sculptures of the various Russian physicists are. It's got a safe in it. It's got bunk beds. And you go in there, at least whenever it first started. I know that their AI was dumb enough to do this, but you walk in there and you'd shut the door and then you'd make some noise and it would be like attracting them to the room that you're in. And they would always kick the door open, invariably. And anybody who's run this game enough knows that if you have an AI who is in the door kicking animation, they are stuck in that animation until it completes. They can't animation cancel. And so, for that brief window, they are completely vulnerable, and their head is always at a predictable height. So you just hide in that room and just farm raiders, and they keep respawning over and over, and they keep coming back to you over and over. And you just hose them down right there without ever moving. And you get like 40 or 50,000 XP in one raid, and some really good ammo.
Эй, земляк, мы стрелять не хотим, мы так наблюдаем.
That's him. Got him. Stick myself with this, and I got a surgery. Because my stomach is gone and my leg is gone. You know what else I didn't do? I didn't get the Propitol. Oh my gosh, I even said it as I was leaving the last match. I didn't get the fucking Propitol. Let me guess, that didn't get my stomach? Oh, it did get my stomach. It just... My leg needs a little love. Don't all our legs need a little love from time to time? Okay. I'm starting to get my... Don't loot Killa. I do not need another Killa running around. I'm starting to get my ear back for, like, hearing his voice. I heard you say something about it, so I didn't send you a message. I know. I am the author of my own misery. Ugh. I'll get it this time, though. You better not come loot him. That's over here.
Девка ёбаная! Ах ты, сука, пидоры меня!
He just tried to grenade me. What is that? Is that PMCs? No, because that scab wouldn't be alive. Alright. What you got on you, Bruz and Cousin the Third? Got the long barrel in the RPK, okay. Who's hurting over there? Excuse me? You survived? What'd you have on you? Like some kind of terror group crap? No, just a splint. You obviously didn't have bandages. Alright, I've got his helmet. I don't need anything else. How's my armor doing? Armor's fine. I'm sure his armor is utterly... That's not him. I'm sure his armor is utterly demolished. Yep, cracked his front plate. Okay. So yeah. I'll take these to sell. And let's get out of Dodge. It's obviously going to be railway. That was a PMC. Who is shooting at me and why? Leave me alone. I said... Oh, I need to heal. I'm still missing half my leg. Okay. Alright. Another successful kill-a-bonking. Happy about that. Thank you for the 5 likes on the stream. Appreciate that. Somebody grass? Bush? No, that was me. I have no situational awareness. With this bathtub riding upon my forehead. It's rather ridiculous. And I'm sure I look even more ridiculous. Eh? Tell you one thing, it is hot in this room. It is 81 degrees in here. Fahrenheit, obviously. I'm not about to spontaneously combust. It is very hot in here. It's probably from the computer running both Tarkov and Streamlabs at the same time, I would imagine. I'll warrant. Yeah, I warrant things sometimes. I realized I instinctively took this path because this was the path that you took to hit, what, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 stashes on the way, the Jaeger stashes. And I haven't done that in so long, like just running the stashes. But yet that was still my instinct, was to take this path to get to extract. Is this stash even still here? I don't remember this big tank being here. I don't see it. No, there's like a dinosaur painted on it. Yeah, there's a dinosaur painted on a wall right there, and then I don't remember if it's behind the rubble right here or if it's further on, but there should be like a stash barrel right here somewhere, and it's not. Maybe there was one in this bush? You hear wood whenever you walk over the top of it? I guess not. Maybe they removed stashes from the game. Who knows? Or at least remove stashes from interchange. Remember whenever they used to be fixed, like they would always be there. Would be any random spawnifications. Alright, something else I wanted to look at. How many was it? It was 12 times now. That I've bonked him. Alright, well, it's about 20 minutes to 9. And I don't want to be wired up off of killing Killa so much by the time I go to bed. And I go to bed. Usually I try and go to bed between 8 and 9. But tonight I wanted to be able to get in a bit of Tarkov streaming. And I'd also like to do it again tomorrow. Because I'd like to continue to put Killa through the works. I'd like to give him the business. So, let me go ahead and get off of here for now so that I can get in bed and get to sleep at a decent time. And get done with the work day tomorrow with enough energy left to sit here and farm Killa again. But sorry about the how the stream started, where I just couldn't get it to start, and probably sent out a bunch of notifications saying the same thing with the same stream title over and over again, because YouTube just would not initialize the stream. It would say on the screen, you know, stream will begin when video is received from recording software or whatever, and it just never would actually begin. So, yeah, never had that happen before. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I've streamed for since 2017, and I've never had that issue until today. 770 something videos. How many videos am I up to now? 754, rather. Most of those being live streams. Never had that problem once. But let me go ahead and go. I will holler at y'all tomorrow. EXE167 and Barnes Jones, thank y'all for the subs on YouTube while we've been live. And Jack, thank you so much for stopping by, bud. Hope you enjoyed your hot dogs. Thank you for hanging out for so long, bud. Appreciate you. Elver, thank you for stopping by and hanging out as well. And Rubber Ball, always a pleasure to have you too, bud. Thank you for hanging out. And I will scream at y'all again tomorrow, hopefully. But if not, then certainly sometime soon.